Good evening, everybody. So, DSP, Kino Casino, and the Local Live Show. It's kind of like a song and dance, right? They're all getting along. They're all dancing along. It's like a weird accent. It's weird allies of these groups of people, right? You have the Local Live on one. You have DSP in the middle, and then you have Kino Casino on the other side. And it's this weird balance, right? This weird dance of trying to really get DSP. And DSP gets a lot of crap, obviously, especially from detractors. And talk about detractors, I want to talk about Duty. Now, I've known about Duty for a little bit. I watched, not really watched his stuff. I know him more mostly from his X account. Because I do follow a lot of DSP detractors, right? Because they kind of interest me as individuals. Because there's a point where, the trolls get to a point where they're worse than the individual they're trolling. Now, it doesn't, you know, relinquish, it does not redeem the person at all. But it kind of shows to the extent that some people are willing to go to mess with somebody. Now, I personally don't think that's always right. If you're gonna troll, just troll, but don't go to such an extreme where you're actively, destroying people's life, right? A lot of the attractors are known for that kind of stuff, right? And I'm talking about this because the Local Live show was on today. I didn't really know that. I did know that. I did watch it. I didn't know that it was going on today until I woke up from a nap and I'm like, oh, that's going on right now. I'm gonna go watch that. But before that, Keem was on the duty, and I wanted to talk about that because duty is a big time detractor, right? Phil mentioned him, and apparently Phil gave him his permission to clip his stuff, which is cool. But I can't say anything because I started out clipping myself, so I will be a hypocrite. But it's funny watching Keem get involved. Now I think Keem is doing it to gain like you know DSP attention to be on his good side. Which I don't blame him because DSP doesn't do interview. DSP does not do this kind of stuff often. So to me, it's like it makes sense. Like if you got the opportunity, you want to keep the opportunity. You're gonna do whatever you can to be in the good graces of one individual. Sort of, I've had a bit of a problem, but yeah, no, it's to the extent that people are willing to go, it's crazy. And obviously, Keem is no exception to the rule, right? Keem is doing what he can, but also I guess there was some drama, some problem between them and Kino Casino, which I kind of knew about, but I didn't know the extent. I knew that they kept saying the show was, they kept calling out the Local Live show was fake. I don't really personally think it's fake. I think it's to a point where it really isn't fake. I think these people are just really that incompetent, bar from maybe Keem, that shit like this happens all the time. Like if you think oh no one is incompetent, you have not worked with government or bureaucratic people. It's really really bad. But that's what I'm trying to get across. And I guess that was the issue they had with Kino Casino and keemstar and the Local Live crew. But I guess they're trying to squash this now because DSP is involved and they do not want to scare off DSP. Even if Kino Casino is trying to mess with DSP, they're trying not to laugh at his face. Even if they eventually backstab him, I don't think it really matters because in the end, DSP will outlive them. It's just a fact. Let's not forget that Annie Worski literally destroyed his last show. I don't know about PPP too much. I think he's somebody that I kind of want to look into because he kind of catches my attention. But Annie Worski, he already destroyed his life once. I don't think he should be that stupid enough. I want to make fun of no. I don't think Annie Worski is willing to go down that path because he's done worse stuff than DSP. So it'd be hypocritical on his end. And I think it's kind of comes down to my overall point. I think these people do not want to lose this opportunity. Even if they don't like him, they make fun of him behind his back. I think they realize that they have an opportunity to mine it, to gain something out of it, right? And DSP, though I think he is very incompetent, is at least trying to take advantage of the situation. Now, I personally think that he may start collaborating with people. You know, there was the whole thing about him and Miss America, but I like to see one day. I will legit give money to see that. But I think that gets to my point. It's like, these people are doing their best to not scare him off. And like in the next day or two, whenever I upload it, we're gonna see that interview, and I'm going to watch it. And again, it is funny to see that they're going through this song and dance to court DSP. Whether they like it or not, whether they like him at all, is again the whole different question. But the extent they're going to is very real. And also, I guess there was this whole thing about Boogie today, not Boogie's Wings. About that crap was just like very stupid. Like obviously Wings does not need Keem permission, right? But at the same time, he is technically kind of employed by Keem, so it's like whatever. Like if that is a problem, just talk to Keem. I think Keem doesn't give a shit. Like, just go play your video game. Go play Minecraft or some shit. I don't know what Wings play, but I see it as that. And that's all I really gotta say. I think if I go any further, I'll be extending this video longer, and I don't want to extend this video longer. All I'm saying is this is one big song and dance to court DSP, and I think in the end of the day, that's all they want to do is to court him to make sure that they do not lose his opportunity. And I think DSP knows that. Like he very much is not stupid, and he acknowledged that, and he is taking his every chance he can. But that's all I really gotta say. Uh, y'all have a good one, and God bless.